Every day I see a new study that's like, people who live on golf courses tend to have more heart failure. And then all of the comments are like, oh my God, maybe it's the pesticides. I'm never going near a golf course again. Have we lost our critical thinking skills? Yes, people near golf courses are more likely to have heart failure and die because who lives on golf courses? Old people. And who are more likely to have heart failure and die? Old people. They are two effects with the same cause. They are not necessarily a cause and effect. And I feel like I'm seeing this constantly, and it's so potentially dangerous and damaging. And we need to be using our critical thinking muscles here. So we're gonna play a little game. I'm gonna give you some fake headlines, and I want you to pause and think about what might be misleading about it. And then we're gonna discuss, okay? Okay, number one. People who regularly wear sunscreen report higher rates of skin cancer. Pause, think. Okay, this headline wants you to draw the conclusion that sunscreen causes skin cancer. But let's think about it. Why might people who wear more sunscreen have higher rates of skin cancer? Because people who wear sunscreen are people who spend time in the sun. That's why they're wearing sunscreen. And time in the sun is what increases your rate of skin cancer. Does that make sense? This headline wants you to draw a conclusion. There is a high chance that those are actually just two effects with a concurrent cause, right? Okay, let's do another one. This is a similar one. So let's say a headline says, kids who have more books at home tend to have higher grades. Pause. Okay, so what that wants you to think is having more books at home will give you higher grades. That one specifically, yes, could be true, but there's another layer let's think about. Maybe it's that kids who grow up in families that prioritize education are also more likely to have families that have a lot of books at home, or children who have more financial resources might have an easier time in school and also might have more books at home. Again, it's two effects that share a hidden cause that's not being talked about in the headline. It's just presenting two effects and making you draw a causality that isn't necessarily true. Let's do another one. Kids who use their phones have less good grades. Sure, this could be because using your phone makes you a less good student, but it could also be students who are having a hard time in school, who are less academically inclined, might be more likely to disengage and use their phone. Does that make sense? Okay, last one. People who sleep more are less stressed. Pause and think about what it's trying to say and what else it could be saying. So sure, it could be that people who sleep more are less stressed because they sleep more, but it could also be that people sleep more because they are less stressed, and people who are stressed don't sleep as well. So this is one where it's presented as a cause and effect, but it might actually be flipped, the effect and the cause. This one I see all the time. So there's a lot of different logical fallacies, they're called, that can be presented in headlines. And again, many of them are meant to make you misinterpret them. They're meant to cause mass hysteria, to sow seeds of distrust in medicine or whatever else. We have to be using our critical thinking skills. If you see something and your first reaction is, whoa, that's crazy, before you take it as fact, think about it and really see if you can disprove it before you believe it. Does that make sense?